This is my new Nissan Leaf. Well, new is relative. It's a 2015 Leaf, but it had 167 miles on it when I first test drove it. I was restricted to the dealership because the car was in the midst of a recall for an airbag issue, wouldn't deploy if it detected that the person in the passenger seat front was a child. So I left it in for a week after test driving the car for them to replace that. At the time I test drove it, I didn't notice any problems with the dashboard, and the dealer is having a little trouble understanding this, so perhaps a demonstration is in order. I'm going to power the car up now and see if you can figure out what that problem is. Okay, we're now powering up the car, and everything looks fine initially. 100% state of charge, and look here. Above the third bar on the battery state of charge, the fourth and the fifth bars are dark, and the 12th bar at the very top is dark. So clearly we have a problem with the dashboard. And you'll notice on the center of the dashboard, the battery reads state of charge is 100%. So we know that it's not because the pack is not fully charged. Clearly, the dashboard indicates that the battery has been fully charged because I let it charge 100% overnight. So clearly we do have a problem with the dashboard, and this problem has been persistent from the time that I first drove the car out of the dealership. I mentioned this to the salesperson who drove it back to the service department, and he drove it back and he said the problem had been resolved. Well, when I looked at the dashboard at the fourth and fifth bars, they were dim, not fully illuminated, and I mentioned that to him, and he assured me that a part would be on order. Well, I got a review from the dealer, and they wanted me to review the service on the airbag. Well, I said that it met below my expectations, mainly because this was a new car, and it was for an unrelated issue. I was expecting an easy card, which is complimentary to new car purchases and certified pre-owned. Unfortunately, this fell in a crack because this was neither, although the car is in excellent shape, except for this dashboard issue. When I raised this, he wanted me to bring it in again. I mentioned that the service people had seen it already. Unfortunately, they want to see it again, but here it is for all to see. The fourth and fifth and 12th bars on the battery state of charge gauge are clearly dark, and this is a problem. He wants to see it again. I have to bring it in once for their service people to see what they missed the first time, and then bring it again a second time to have them replace this dashboard element when the proper part comes in. So I'm basically cutting to the chase and showing you right now. Now I've taken a still photo of this so that there is no doubt about this. Again, 100% state of charge, 4th, 5th, and 12th state of charge bars are dark. I think that makes it pretty clear cut. But in dealer world, who knows? Who knows? Stay tuned and don't you just